Hello and welcome to the third installment of the Buzz and Joe 3 is Co Nightmare campaign.
I like that we've improved our branding.
Do you like that? How you doing? Ready to tackle another quest?
I am ready to go. It's 11 at night, so our brains are sharp.
This is my peak time. What do you
Yeah, being a night owl myself, we're ready to go.
what do you have in your cup to fortify yourself?
I have 32 ounces of water. It's going to be great.
Wow.
You got to stay hydrated, you got to stay focused, and you got to fly to that ford.
Light to the Ford. Third quest. So, what are we playing? I am using my same deck pretty much. Control deck. My control has been fun and pretty effective, although this is going to be a much larger challenge, I think. I've knocked out some of the Victor Display stuff and gone focus a little more on Gildor's Council and some weird, really trying to do the Shadow of the Past out of the Wild trick, where you put the burden on top of the deck and then put in the Victor Display so the burden doesn't continue with you for the rest of the campaign. That's pretty much my deck. How about you?
All right, well, I have swapped out my Lord Aragorn that we used on the last video for a core Aragorn. Um, and just a bit more emphasis on classic leadership, ally mustering, and just straight up aggressive cards. I'm going to be looking for Steward of Gondor. We have some tricks to deal with these Nazgul early, and we'll see how it goes. Of course, Spirial with Noble Hero is going to be a centerpiece just to help scry that encounter deck a little bit, just avoid the worst of it. But in Nightmare, it's all the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty bad deck. So you got second breakfast in there. Wow.
I've got 1 second breakfast because keeping you plied with the Scrolls of Isildur is pretty important.
Yeah,
And then I think there's a shadow effect that makes me discard attachments, but I think so.
probably.
You never can tell for sure unless you look through the encounter deck, which perhaps I should have done. But um, just before recording, we were talking about how I really need to get a nice starting hand to be able to deal with these Nazgul turn one, and then I realized over to my left there's Lore Pippin, making it so that I won't have to deal with these Fell Rider for a couple of turns.
That's right.
But I do really need my hunting parties or a sneak attack Gandalf to lower my threat. I've got Saruman ally to put one out of play, or just some good luck on my very good tails to get enough ally ramp that I can take care of them.
Yeah, you're right on the edge of safe, very good tail territory. I usually do 30, so 24. It's half your deck. You could get some surprise failures or some dramatic successes with that. Got a lot of one ofs, so that's really good for a very good tail.
Yeah, I was. We'll see how it goes. I got Elfstone as well for some stuff like that. Flight to the Ford, I think, is not altogether that difficult of a quest in base. I haven't played Nightmare in a while, so we'll see how much. But if I recall, the first few turns are really predictive of how well it's going to go for you.
Yeah, we got to get a willpower base early and keep adding progress. Otherwise, we just stall out, and our decks aren't combat powerful enough to stall. If we get bogged down with a couple enemies and not enough willpower, it's going to go poorly.
We gotta keep going. And then there's that treachery, the Niner Abroad, which is among the worst in the entirety of the campaign. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, you can keep us from ever having to reveal that.
Hopefully, I'll keep us from ever revealing any cards. That'd be the best. The nine
That
of
would
their
be
broad. I just want to see that real quick. Which one is that? Is
yeah.
that the V shape? Yeah.
It treats all characters as if their text box is blank, and then if there's
Right.
a Nazgul, it surges
Ugh.
as if as if the base effect wasn't bad enough.
Wow.
So maybe we can either reveal that with no Nazgul in play, which wouldn't be too bad, or we'll see how it
Not
goes.
reveal it. Yeah. All right. So why don't you draw your opening hand? Actually, yeah, draw your opening hand first. Oh, I have skilled healer on Fatty, which is comically poor choice for a nightmare campaign. That's the way it's going to be. And you
I
have
think it's
Noble Hero.
comically genius and counterintuitive. And then I have Noble Hero on Furial. Yeah,
Right.
so she's going to start with the base 4 willpower, which is pretty nice.
We have Mr. Underhill on Frodo, which is also another option for stopping these enemies right away. And then we have Gandalf's Delay. That's our campaign pool so far.
Yeah, and coming in with Land of Shadow, Frodo Baggins again, just because our willpower is so poor. Getting that extra boost has proven pretty solid, so we're going to try him again.
Yep. All right, draw your 5.
All right. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, 5. Oh,
That's a hard one.
man.
That's a tough call.
I'm going to
Steward
keep
is
it.
good, and the Hauberk is really good too, because Fell Riders can chew through you fast. If you cancel the shadow card with no armor, you take 3 damage. So
Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Maybe it's a bad decision, but I'll be able to hardcast Gandalf turn 2 if I really need to. Darren's Runes for a little card draw.
or play
Turn
Galadriel
2,
straight from your hand turn 2. That's pretty good.
yeah, turn 2 Galadriel could be really nice as well. So I think there's enough here that I'm going to keep it, even though I don't have the tech that I said that I wanted.
But Pippin will. Remembering Pippin
Given
is good.
given that we've got a couple turns to find it, I think we'll just see how it goes. I mean, just Steward and the Hauberk is tough to pass up, I think.
Yeah. All right, I'm drawing. Looks bad so far. I would call that bad. Shadow of the Path is a late game card, so this door's closed. Scrolls of Isildur is useless. Radagast Cunning is going to be helpful, but so this is all just bad.
I think you can do better.
I hope so.
That's better.
It's better, but not great. Oh, Mithrandir's Advice is good. Frodo's
Your
Intuition.
turn 2 is going to be killer when you
Yeah.
good Neil into the Frodo's Intuition and get the Fellowship of the Ring going.
Yep.
There we go.
But I hope I can draw something more helpful with Mithrandir's Advice. All right. And the quest. Do you want to I'll do the setup, you do the flavor.
Sure.
Shuffle each burden card from the Flight to the Forward burden set into a burden deck. Attach an evil wound to the ring bearer. Set the Fort of Bruinen and the Witch King aside out of play. Add the last bridge of one fellow rider per player to the staging area. Set the ring bearer's life at 15 and shuffle the encounter deck. So let's see if we can find that burden deck. Here we go. These are nasty. One of these at least one of these is going to get revealed during this quest, and then it will stick with us throughout the campaign, and whichever one you get here kind of defines your campaign in a lot of ways. I'm going to try to use Shadow of the Past and Out of the Wild to get rid of it, but that's a long shot. So we'll be seeing one of these cards later. And this Nightmare version really pushes the burden, so it might be that we see more, and that would be a disaster.
Yeah, taking extra burdens is to be avoided.
Indeed. The last bridge, this is the one that makes us take a burden. To travel there, first player must reveal the top card of the burden deck and resolve that card as if it were just revealed in the encounter deck, and that's bad because they all have Surge on them. This starts at 2 threat.
Yeah, so you get the burden effect and then another encounter card.
Fell Riders, these have been replaced from the originals. 30 instead of like 34 or something. After a Fell Rider attacks and destroys a character, reduce the ring bearer's life by 1. Do you want to put a 15 life counter on Frodo?
Let's see. I like to do it with progress.
That's fine. There is a heart token now, though.
Well, feel free to put 15 hearts. It is almost Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I can never remember all the hotkeys, so I just go with progress. All right, shall I read the flavor text?
Please do.
All right, Frodo has been gravely injured in the attack at Weathertop and will perish if his companions can't bring him to Rivendell in time. Strider leads the hobbits towards the Hidden Valley, anxiously listening for the sound of Black Riders.
It's ominous. The Flight to the Forward Nightmare card does nothing. There is a response in the regular campaign card where we can take an extra burden to cancel an attack. We should remember that putting it on top of the encounter deck could be directly countered by Out of the Wild.
Yes, but we have to shuffle it into the encounter deck for this response.
Never mind. So if the
So if we
encounter
have
deck is 5 cards or less, we're good.
There we go. And then the Flight to the Ford, you say, does nothing, but really we can't win while Fort of Brunane is in play, which is not the case in the base mode one, to my knowledge.
So we have to...
It just seems like it should have been the case all the time.
Yeah, this is a nice little thematic fix. All right, flip the card, and we go to... This is a weird quest card. I always never know if it's flipped or not because the color palette is so similar.
Yeah, it's cool art, though.
Yeah, it is. Players cannot advance unless the last bridge is in the victor display. At the end of the round, reduce the bear's life by 1. So definitely a timer, life timer. You can't ever give them any more life, if I remember correctly. And so we need to build up, go to the bridge. The bridge hurts, though, because we reveal extra cards. And then we get the Witch King and the Ford after we go to stage 2 and have to quest like crazy or kill all the Nazgul to win.
Yeah, and really kind of both. So,
yep,
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Shift in.
Shift in. All right, now that's a very good tail, which is good news. So if I draw another ally, all right, so I've got Steward here on Aragorn. Resource per round. Let's give it 2. I really kind of hate doing this, but I think it's important enough to accelerate with Darren's runes, even though I don't really have anything I want to discard.
Probably don't need that Hauberk.
Yeah, I don't need the second Hauberk.
Although it would help Aragorn, but...
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, that's me.
Do you want to play that Hauberk?
Do I? I was thinking 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5 next turn. Yeah, I do. Thank you. For whatever reason, I was thinking I got to save for Gandalf next turn, but...
I'm going to start with the Mithrandir's Advice. Can't really go wrong with that. Come on, give me a Gildor's Council. No, but I did get Farsighted, which I believe we should play.
Do you want runes before you Farsighted?
Yep. Mithrandir's Advice. I have to discard something. I think I'm going to discard Doors Shut. That's a hard choice. I'm going to play Mithrandir's Advice again. Burning up resources, but I gotta dig. Draw 1 card for every lore hero you control. Good grief, I'm getting all my recursion and stuff, but not Gildor's Council. Okay. Bit of a fail. So I'm going to go ahead and play Farsighted for a Doom 1. I'm going to use this Nightmare card as our divider again. Okay, now we know Fatty can do something. Although that puts me into... Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is bad.
Yep. Well, we can throw away... Well, what's this? Come back. Come back isn't that bad, really.
No, it's doomed 1, life down by 1.
That's it.
And so we could actually get Furial away the Ring Wraith, and then just take all of those.
Yep.
And then get ready to Furial away Power and their Terror next turn. Or even really let that one resolve, because we don't have any allies.
Well, we're going to get the second comeback next turn if nothing changes. Unless you take an enemy, which we could do, and that will...
So I'm saying if I toss the Ring Wraith to Furial instead of fattying it,
Yeah.
then the first card will get 9 or abroad, which will surge into the
right.
first comeback, and then we'll resolve the second comeback.
Yep, that's acceptable.
Oh, but this is bad because the 9 or abroad is going to blank Pippin, which means those Nazguls are going to engage me.
Ooh, and we're getting 2 dooms as well. Yikes. And we don't have any way to kill 9 as abroad.
No, all of this scrying is basically just looking at our doom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I got nothing to help.
Okay, well, let's see if we can't get ourselves out of this pickle.
So you have to be ready to defend too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use Mr. Underhill this turn probably, which is
Yeah.
sad, and then defend the other.
And we know
And
what
then
your
just
shadow card is going to be.
guard a
For one
non-objective
of them.
attachment you
You
control.
could gamble and make that the one that you Underhill.
Which I think I will do because I need my attachments.
Yeah. Okay,
And I
well,
don't have my
far-sighted.
good meal. Or second breakfast, rather.
I guess I'm going to play Henemarth just to get one more. Or I could look at your shadow card. Or, no, I can't.
Yeah, so the one
just
silver
quest for-
lining with this terrible encounter reveal is that we're going to not have to deal with that much threat, really.
0 threat.
So,
All right.
so I can't even really attack these guys back. So let's go ahead and quest like this. And then just try to get some progress on the quest while we can.
Okay, so we're going to discard the Ring Wraith with Furial. The text box of everyone is blank until the end of the round, and there is an Nazgul in the staging area, so it surges, which is horrible. But then we get, this is my card, Doom 1 Peril. We reduce the Ring Bearer's life by 1. So we're going to do that twice, so our threat's going to go up twice, and the life's going to go down to 13. But like you said, no threat. So we actually make 6 progress. And now comes the fun part. Ugh.
So actually, on the one hand, we could have chosen to travel to the last bridge here, knowing we're going to surge into power in their terror, which is a whiff.
It's true.
If you hadn't have played Henemarth.
Yeah, he can die.
I almost think it's worth it.
The only thing is it doesn't set us up very well to do Shadow of the Past. The only way Shadow of the Past really works is if you reveal an enemy or location.
Okay, we can wait. That's fine. I like that you're thinking about getting the burden out of the encounter deck and not merely surviving to turn 2 or 3.
Well, I might be foolish there, but yeah.
Okay, so then I will Mr. Underhill the one with the shadow card that we know.
Okay.
So I'll add this to the victory display. And then I will defend here. Flip the old shadow card and
Yay,
nothing.
good choice.
And so he will take 2 damage.
Just one. He has his
Oh,
hauberk.
1 damage. You are correct. I was thinking that it was blank. It is not. Only he is blank. Oh, that's stressful.
Yeah, next turn is not going to be enjoyable. Axe. Oh, all right. Now I can do Frodo's intuition. So I'm going to do that right away, hoping to get some cards. Another Shadow of the Past. Darren's Runes. Another Farsighted. That's good. But I didn't get the cards I need, so I'm going to do Darren's Runes. Drinking Song. Ooh, I'm tempted to do Drinking Song. Why don't I do my 2 good meals? And then Farsighted, I think, is worth it again, don't you?
Yeah, what if you Frodo intuition first, using your good meal? And shouldn't Frodo have 2 resources on him?
I spent 2 Oh, I should have spent 2 resources on the Fellowship of the Ring instead. Yeah, let's say I used the good meal first for the Frodo's Intuition. I already played. I actually drew a second one. And then I'll use
Oh, I see.
the actual 2 resources for that. And then I'm going to play Farsighted. And then I really need to draw a...
Oh. Oh.
So if I can draw a Gildor's Council, we can fatty the rider, and we're done. Or we can throw away the rider and fatty the Ring Wraith.
Yes.
So I'm going to use this. Tempted to play a Scroll of Isildur to make sure I can recur if I draw it. I have enough cards in my hand. I think that's acceptable. So I'm going to play the Drinking Song. I'll just press Shift M to do a mulligan. And then I draw 1 card because I have extra. I have a unique Hobbit. Holy cow, I still didn't draw it. No, I did. There it is.
Yeah, it's like you did. I was over here silently cheering. I should have vocally cheered.
And I can still play my Resourceful for 1, so that is good. Set up Fatty as my main man. And then I have another Farsighted for next turn. So that's good. Did I draw my extra card?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
And then you may not have paid for the Gildor's Council.
I have not.
I guess you got to do that at the beginning of the quest phase, yeah.
Okay, there. I finally have something happening.
Can I say that our turn 2 thus far is exceeding our turn 1 by quite a bit?
All my heroes are +2 willpower, so that's going to really help out.
So I'm playing the Envoy, Pelargir, and putting a resource back on Aragorn, which he'll use to play Galadriel. I'll look at my top 5 cards.
Come on, sword that was broken.
It's a Williador, it's a Gandalf, it's a Glaowine, and it's a Sword of Numenor.
That's something.
Which is something, and then I guess I keep these in the right order that I want, but...
You can rearrange them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm going to be playing a very good tail, which tells us to shuffle. Whoever designed this card is just a no fun. Right, and then for extra fun, I'm just going to drag these out on the table. So 1. Oh. 2.
No! This is where you need your very good meal.
3. Whoop. 4. 5. Okay, so somehow Faramir's hiding behind Saruman, I think it's pretty clearly him and Yorith. Because Saruman isn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
Coney in the trap would have been great last turn.
Yeah.
Sword that was broken would be nice to have. Yorith is going to be helpful in helping me sustain.
Yeah.
And then I've got 3 resources, which is not enough to play Gandalf, so it looks like Aragorn's going to have to take a whack here.
We know the shadow cards are both going to be blank, so that's helpful.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just
You could even
don't know I'm going to kill these guys.
Yeah, what about that?
We'll worry about that later. I'll just stay alive for now.
You should be able to drop a Gandalf next turn and help out. Just make it. Well, it's too late now. I was expecting you to play your very good tale for a fresh phase after a soon departing Galadriel's ready.
I'll do my second one when that happens.
Nice. Okay, so we kind of have our quest phase planned out. We aren't going to reveal anything, so anything you can save. I guess there's not much you can attack with, is there?
So I do need a quest with Firial, and so I could. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, there's not much to save because all I have is 1 attack. So I might as well use Faramir to boost all of you guys' willpower. Because that's going to be 4, right?
Yep.
Okay. So.
Okay, so the plan is to discard a first I play Gilder's Council for a good meal and 1 resource. And then Firial commits to the quest. We discard the Fell Rider. Then we reveal the Ring Wraith, Fatty Exhaust, and I raise my threat by 4. Oh. And we put him in the victor display. And we've revealed nothing, and we make 17 progress.
Which is just amazing. I'm so happy about that.
Excessive. That's a nice
incredibly so.
Events. Now we could go to the last bridge, but we'll pile crap on top of our burden again, but maybe that's the way it's going to be. What do you think?
No, I think we probably need to deal with these Nazgul.
Yeah, if we go to the next stage, we're going to get another one, aren't we?
I think so. So.
All right, have fun.
I shall indeed. All right, and so, as you said, these are going to be blank shadows, and so I'll defend. So 5 against 4 gives me damage here, and then 5 against 2 gives me 3 damage here. No fun. But you're definitely coming in at the right time.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then...
Actually, we got more progress than that because the 3 Troll Shaw Scout wasn't really in a staging area.
Okay, how do you refresh without starting the new round?
Shift R, I believe.
Okay, so we'll Shift R, and then I don't feel like we need the willpower boost from Faramir, so I'm actually going to use him and Galadriel for my second
maximum.
Very good too. I'll shuffle for good luck, and then drag onto the table for excitement. Put him up by the Nazgul here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that could be better.
Well, it's a Gandalf, but he's going to leave at the end of the round.
Well,
but it is 4 damage.
Rider's probably fine. Oh, man.
It's a bad draw for the Andrath Guardsman, too. Since it's almost
I know.
The end of
I
the
have
round.
so many amazing ways to deal with these Nazgul. I can't play them. I almost feel like Williador is what I want.
3 attack.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll take Gandalf and Williador, and we'll say goodbye to these amazing people. Thank you for visiting. And then I'm going to put 4 damage on the rightmost fell rider. Then I'm going to pay 1 resource from Halbarad to keep Williador around.
Oh,
And then both, or Erkenbrand. It's all the same. And then we'll play like that.
hardworking brand. All right, I took 1 life off of Frodo. I'm passing it back to you. Go to the next.
Oh, so good. So I've got Mary.
Nice. Nice. We don't really need... I can play... If we want some more information, I can play Farsighted again if you like. I think we should do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Doom 1. Piercing Cry. Isn't nice. The enemy is upon us. Each engaged enemy makes immediate attack. That's not cool. 9 brought. Look at all these treacheries. It's just horrible. Oops. Can't look at that one because I already had one this stage. Okay. Alright, so we know Trollshaw Forest is first and 9 Piercing Cry is next. So if I play Gildor's Council again, which I can do, we'll only see the Trollshaw Forest. Trollshaw Forest isn't great, but it's not as bad as pulling another Nazgul right now.
It's fine. It's 3 threat, and willpower is not our problem.
Yeah.
And then this one would be a shadow card, but I could cancel it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And then I can toss the enemy is upon us next time. Okay, so this is... So I already paid 5 resources, so I'm going to just play Gandalf, and then I'm going to use him to destroy this rightmost fell rider.
Nice.
And then let me calculate. So I've got enough here, and I can use the resource off of Furial to heal Erkenbrand after I cancel this shadow.
I don't think Frodo should have 2 resources. I don't know how he does. Right.
You should have 1, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so then we've got 10. So if I 4, 7, 10 with everybody. Oh, actually, Aragorn is 4 attack right now. Good to remember. So I should be able to deal with this other Nazgul.
Nice.
So that'll be nice.
That'll be Nazgul free and ready to jump into the next stage. Or go to the bridge at least. Ugh.
Okay, so planning's over to you.
Well, I'm going to play Gildor's Council again, so I need 3 resources for that, which leaves me 1 resource left over, which lets me do nothing. So I think I'm done.
That's great.
So then we hit quest phase, and I'm going to discard the Scroll of Isildur to look through my discard, pull out Gildor's Council, and play it as if it were in my hand for 3 resources. And then I'm going to move it to the bottom, and just, I'm sure you know what this does, dear listener, but reveal 1 less card from the counter deck this phase. So we're going to move that to the bottom of my deck. And then we will only reveal the Trollshaw Forest.
Okay, so that puts 5 threat in the staging area. So, do I need to quest with anybody?
You do not.
Okay.
We have enough willpower.
Then I shall not.
Going to the last bridge is bad again because it will give you another enemy, which you can handle, but I don't know if you can kill it.
We just got to do it. We've just got to do it next turn.
Next turn? This turn.
Mm. So let me calculate again. So if we're thinking about giving me another enemy, as from the piercing cry, you're saying, so then I'll say I defend it with Gandalf. Do I still have 10 attacks? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do indeed. So I can take it if we have a nice shadow card. The Niner Abroad is a bad shadow card, but it would be nicer to reveal the shadow than to take it. And I suppose I can use Erkenbrand to cancel it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I think let's do it.
We aren't going to get our Shadow of the Past trick, which is depressing. But we still have a lot of life on Frodo. We could just stall for a little longer, too.
Yeah, you say it's depressing. You didn't have to face 2 Nazgul on turn 1. I think we're doing great.
Should we just sit around for a little bit longer? We're doing. I think if we kill this guy and we only have Trollshaw Forest this turn, we're in a pretty good spot.
We could turtle, I think, easily, without much risk.
Let's do that then. I like not much risk.
Yeah, because, I mean, we have 11 life, which is not, like, that much. But we've seen both of the treacheries that will reduce it straight away. We're not in danger of losing it to chump blocking.
We
What do you
have
think that the
really good
odds are?
willpower options now with Faramir and the Ring and the Ring Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, and if we needed to, you could even hammersmith me back my sword that was broken, and then we're completely golden for willpower.
Yeah, I could do that next turn.
Yeah.
Let's turtle.
So again, turtling is fine. Although, what are the chances that we're actually going to get that trick set up?
Depends on if I draw any card draw. But yeah, I have 30 cards left. I haven't seen any of the 6 cards that I need. So,
Well, I suppose turtling isn't going to lose us the game. So let's turtle. When in doubt, turtle. This wouldn't be a Three's Company if it weren't.
All right, I'll do the questing. You don't have to do any of that. We're gonna make about 5 progress. It looks like we revealed Trollshaw.
We could actually travel there if you wanted, although it does reduce the life. The forced effect isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
In our deck type.
I'm okay traveling there. Or we can just try to quest over it, but that might become difficult in the last stage.
That's true. Let's just go ahead and travel there.
Okay. We make 4 progress, which don't do anything. We travel there and take 1 life away from Frodo. Sorry.
Okay, I already did. So he's at 10.
And all these are just prepped on top of the counter deck. We give Piercing Cry to this enemy as a shadow card. That's a bad shadow effect. Attack an enemy makes an additional attack after this.
The worst. So we'll do that here. I will damage him to cancel it. And then in the next action window, I will heal his damage with the Orith. And then we'll resolve attack damage, give him the damage again. And then we will...
He has extra hit point to keep him alive anyway.
With the team. And kill this Spell Rider. And that gets a resource on Aragorn from the Sword of Numenor. Nice. Which I feel like is not a good weapon, but I like it.
It's especially good for this box because every enemy has more than 5 hit points, or 5 or more.
And Leadership does not have that many attack boosts, and since I'm primarily using Aragorn as an attacker, I don't mind using both my restricted slots on +1 attack boosts. So, and then goodbye, Gandalf. Would you mind if I use... Well, you've got Frodo before. I have the choice to use his resource. I've got...
He's getting 2 a turn. Why is he doing that? Your Shadow of the Past, but that's it.
Okay, well that's something at least.
So I don't have any control for this turn. So right now we're going to see 2 cards. Basically the 9 are abroad and the Ring Wraith.
Okay.
Which means we have an Unknown Shadow. Which is nice that you can't cancel.
Well, it'll be all right.
I might play a Gandalf just to draw cards. Or I can play Erebor Hammersmith to give you your sword back. But I really need cards to make my engine go.
I was going to say, draw the cards. We can sword that was broken pretty much at any time, and that's not a priority right now.
I can use Frodo's resources. Now, it's sort of a timed thing because it's the top attachment in your discard.
Yeah, I shouldn't. It's fine. I think it's more important to draw the cards, and then having Gandalf is not bad because you get your. If we get that shadow engage the next enemy and makes an immediate attack, that'll give you an opportunity to respond.
All right, well, I got Scout Ahead. That's kind of nice, especially since we are definitely on top of the willpower. But didn't get the card draw I wanted. This Radagast was entertainingly bad.
Oh, I thought that was Mithrandir's advice when you drew it, and it's a Radagast Cunning. Oh well.
I might play Erebor Hammersmith. Why don't you just take your sword back now? I have another one in my hand. Frodo Baggins' health goes down by 1, right? You didn't do that at the end of the turn, right?
I did not.
All right, so we know that we're going to get blank characters and 1 Nazgul. I'll keep Gandalf up to defend if I have to. Hey, Gandalf's going to stick around.
And so will Iliador.
That's right, for free.
This is not bad at all. Okay, and so we're going to get how many? Just 5.
I have 8 progress already, so you don't even need to quest.
Okay, so I can
actually you need to quest for 1. Actually, I can do it with Anamartha.
Okay,
well,
so I'm actually going to...
Frodo has an extra buff he should not have. So we need 1 willpower from you.
Okay. So firstly, let me use Furial to heal Aragorn. And then I'll actually give us 4 willpower because she has the least attack of anybody, strangely. So if you wanted to leave Hinamarth up as a chump or something, you could do so.
Okay.
Okay, and then we will take these cards then, huh?
Yep, so we could discard enemies upon us, but it's just going to surge, and then we get... oh, this is going to surge, isn't it? No, it's not, because there's no enemies.
There's no Nazgul in the staging area.
All the people are blank, and then we reveal the Ring Wraith. We could... okay, we finish Scout Ahead, and this, because we make 11 progress. Scout Ahead lets us look at the top 6 cards of the encounter deck and rearrange them.
So we are going to know our shadow card, actually.
Yeah, that's good. Five, 6. Okay.
I would just put the Fell Rider in the staging area.
Staging or victory?
Or victory is what I mean. Maybe the Piercing Cry.
Now that we're on top of things, enemies are not the biggest threat unless we get a bunch of them at once.
suppose that's true.
What is this pathless wilderness? Not a big deal. We could reveal that next turn. None of these are that bad, are they? So maybe Fell Rider is the best choice. Bummer. I was hoping for something big.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a Nightmare Treachery or something, but
Yeah.
we just had to reveal too many of them in our first couple turns. So,
Ooh, we can set up traveling to the last bridge. Although I don't have Out of the Wild yet. But I can play another Gandalf, but I don't have the resources to do it if I do that.
no, and he's still in play.
Right.
So,
I have a 3 in 26 chance of drawing it.
up to you. It might be time to move on.
Yeah, I probably should. We could take out the power and their terror too. That could really ruin our ally setup. What do you think?
That's true. Now that I've got Sword that was broken, I'm pretty much.
That's true.
Well, that's not
only
true.
kills Henmarth.
It'd still kill a couple of them. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, Piercing Cry or Fell Rider would be my suggestion. But you're the first player, so you'll decide. Although I do think we should have this burden surge into the Pathless Wilderness.
Yeah, that seems pretty innocuous, doesn't it? I'm going to take out a Piercing Cry then. And then we need a shadow card that's blank. So probably one of these Surging Treacheries. Black Steed is fine, right? And then we can... No, yeah. No, we need to do this. Because we're going to travel and reveal the Pathless Country. And then this Black Steed will be the shadow card. And then what do we want to reveal next turn?
So another option would be to have the Black Steed be the card we reveal from the burden. Let it attach to the Ring Wraith, which is coming down anyway, and I'm going to kill it anyway. Although, I suppose next turn it's just blank as it is. So, anyway, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Yeah.
This lets us potentially control more, so it's not a bad call. And then we can put this up front so it does nothing. And then we'll only reveal a Fell Rider or only reveal the power and their terror. Which one do you want to face?
I'd rather do the Fell Rider.
Okay.
Because power and their terror is going to kill Yorith, so
power and the terror might still come up unless I can get a Gildo's Council. So.
Okay, well, why don't you put it first so then I can
discard it. Got it. All right. So that was the quest phase. We put Scout ahead in the Victor display. Now it's the travel phase. We're going to travel to the last bridge. We're going to dig into that horrible. All right. Choose a number between 1 and 5.
Oh, the one with the bugs on it. 1.
Bugs on it.
It's Eaten Alive. It's by far the best. Oh, look what I did!
Eaten Alive! That is good. First player must deal X damage divided among heroes he controls, where X is the number of players in the game. I've been playing Lotro, Lord of the Rings Online, with my 9-year-old son, and we've been in Midgewater killing Necrobreakers and bugs like this, so that's what we've been doing.
Is it as much fun as playing Nin and Neolf?
Yeah. Almost. That's pretty fun. All right, so first player, that is me. I have to take 2 damage, and Fatty is ready to take that damage with 5 hit points. He has more hit points. He has as many hit points as Aragorn.
He's skilled.
And then we're going to put the Black Steed on him. It surges again into Pathless Wilderness. Then we're going to go to the engagement phase. You're going to take him. Then our shadow card is going to be the Pale Blade. All our people are blank, right? Yep.
Indeed. So
take
4
1
defense.
damage.
Erkenbrand will take, as you say, 1 damage. And then I need 9 attacks. So here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually didn't count that up. I just assumed I had enough.
We had 7 between the Eagle and Aragorn, so that's good.
And then a resource from the Sword of Numenor.
And then at the end of the round, Williador would take upkeep, but he's blank. And Gandalf would leave play, but he's blank. So both of those are going to stay in play. Please let me draw something good. Resourceful.
Your deck, I don't want to be mean to it, is not really producing what we need.
It's not doing its job. Got some early card draw, but it isn't enough.
I mean, I suppose we got spoiled the first few times at Gildor's Council every single turn.
That's what it's supposed to do. But I can throw out a Halfling Bounder and just straight up cancel the power in their terror now. There's no reason not to do that.
That works for me.
And then we're just facing the one fell rider and whatever stage 2 brings us.
I think that predictability is just fine with me. This pathless wilderness we'll need to deal with, though, because...
Yeah, travel there right away. 3. Reduce the bear's life by 3. I did not reduce Frodo. I think he needs to be reduced still.
Okay, and then I've planned Gimli into play.
Nice.
Not a bad ally to bring in at this stage.
Do you still have 5?
I think so. I was just looking up there.
After Gimli? Wow. Frodo should only have 1 on him.
That can't be right.
Frodo's been getting 2 resources a turn for some reason, so watch out for that.
Yeah, I think I turned that off last turn.
Okay.
What did I do here? Moved 1, 2, yeah. 3, 4, 5. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, and so how much do we need to quest for here? Not much, right?
4 plus
2, 3, 4, 5.
So 9.
So 9.
I can pretty well cover that. Let's see. With Furial, you should be good. Nobody's died, so we still have Fellowship of the Ring in play. I'm questing for 9 by myself. Plus I still have Gandalf up.
Okay, so then I don't need to send anybody, do I?
Nope.
Okay, so I will not. Just in case stage 2 brings us something extra scary.
So Halfling Bounder will cancel the power in their terror, because I have a side quest in the victor display. Discard him to cancel the win-revealed effect of an encounter card just revealed from the counter deck. He goes away. That goes away. Then we reveal... Oh, you should quest with Gimli. We reveal Fell Rider. We make enough progress to clear the last bridge. We go to stage 2.
With the scant 34 progress.
Flavor text.
Black horses leaped down the hill in pursuit, and from the riders came a terrible cry such as Frodo had heard filling the woods with horror in the east farthing far away. It was answered, and to the dismay of Frodo and his friends, out from the trees and rocks away on the left, 4 other riders came flying. 2 rode towards Frodo, 2 galloped madly towards the ford to cut off his escape. Fellowship of the Ring.
In revealed, add the Ford of Bruinen and the Witch King with stationary while at least 1 Nazgul enemy is in play. Race to Rivendell gets 15 quest points. At the end of the round, reduce the life by 1. I added all the campaign cards over here so I could grab our Burdens and Burdens, but that's complicated. So we have a new Fort of Bruinen. That's extra bad. And we have to travel to it. Each player searches encounter deck for Nazgul and puts it into play. Engage with them. Fun times. We have Witch King at 45 threat. Engagement cost.
Okay, so I think we should travel to the Pathless Wilderness.
Yeah, we don't want to pop that.
And then, if it's okay with you, I'll take the Fell Rider, kill it, and then next turn take the Witch King and kill it.
Sounds good.
All right.
We don't know our shadow card, but let me take a quick peek at it with Hanamarth. We aren't blank right now, right? Okay.
No, and then I can cancel with Erkenbrand if I had needed to anyway. So I will defend with Erkenbrand. I'll take a damage, but I'm going to heal it using Yorith. And then we need 10 to kill it. So here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get a resource from my Sword of Numenor.
Good deal.
And then I'll spend that self-same resource to keep Williador in play.
Nice. We're down to 7 life on Frodo. That's really not that bad.
All right, I'll pass him back over to you.
Gandalf finally goes. My Gandalf did nothing. He never quested, never defended, never attacked. Ooh,
Yeah.
good deal.
How are you
intuition.
going to kill this Nazgul that gets into play engaged with you? I suppose you don't need to kill it. We just need to tank it.
The Ford doesn't do anything anymore? What? The Ford used to kill everything.
But it's a reverse. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, I think Frodo got 2 resources again. But in either case, I can still play Frodo's Intuition and draw 4 more cards and hopefully be back in the game. There's a card draw card. That's good. There we go. Frodo's Gildor's Council. Okay, I got 6 resources. 3 of that is going to go to Gildor's Council. Might as well play Mithrandir's advice again.
Yeah, if you could get a Farsighted, I think that would be nice.
Oh, good meal. There's a good meal. No Farsighted though. But I can play Erebor Hammersmith to get a book back to play a Farsighted.
Yeah. Do you think that's more worth it, or Gildor's Council next turn?
Gildor's Council next turn is more reliable. But if we're only revealing 1 card right now, we probably can tolerate whatever it is, don't you think? Well, I can look at it with Hanamarth, so...
Yeah.
Might as well.
I think, the book for the Gildor's Council next turn is better. Especially with Hanamarth knowing what it is and Ferial's ability to get rid of it if we don't like it.
Yeah. So let's take a peek at our card right now. We are going to get... Doom 2.
Great.
Yeah, attach the ring bear. Beginning of the planning phase. Exhaust the 1 ring. Or reduce the life by 1. That is a bad card. We could throw it away. I kind of think we should.
It's not that bad, because I'm planning to take the Witch King down and kill it, and the exhaustion of the ring is not a big deal, right?
That's true. If you can kill him this turn, that's fine, because then we can travel. Well, are we going to travel to the Ford this turn or next turn?
I was thinking next turn. So he's at 14 to kill. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ugh, I need 2 more. But I can defend him again next turn. That's no problem.
You're going to have another enemy next turn. I can
I think
play
we
a Buckland Sheriff. Buckland Sheriff to the rescue.
can you do it for one resource when I engage the Witch King?
No.
Don't we have a?
Added
no,
to
it's
the
not added.
stationary. Added to the
Oh yeah.
stationary. He is added to the stationary. He will be added to the stationary. So that. Did we put. I don't think we put an enemy in the Victor display yet, did we?
We fattied something way back when.
Right. Yes, then I can do that.
Okay, then I think we should just take this Doom 2 because it's not that bad.
All right. 7 will
do
be at
need
5
to-
at the end of the round.
So we do need to do enough. Can you quest and clear this pathless wilderness?
I can quest pretty good because I just played Frodo's Intuition. And
Okay.
I won't have to face anything. So I can
And
quest
I'm going
for
to
a
lend
lot.
4. I'm going to lend 4. So that should be enough, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let me just not forget to put the second Sword of Numenor in here.
I'm paying full cost for Gildor's Council. And then I'll quest all in. You can cancel the shadow effect, right? If the Witch
I
King
need to,
gets
yes.
that shadow that makes him come and attack me.
I can, because he is immune to player card effects, but his shadow cards are not.
Right.
This is how that works for anybody newer watching the game.
Can you afford to give me farm years?
No.
I'm going to give you 2.
So let's see. So you're going to give me, so we need again to get 14. So I need to have 12. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the Envoy of Pelargir is 12. So only just, but yes, I can do that.
Okay.
And then I've contributed 4 from Aragorn. Do you still need Faramir after that?
Well,
I suppose why not if I can kill
we
it.
need 25 to or 15 to 30. Right now we're getting 13, which will put only 6 on. So I'm more comfortable if you give me Faramir.
Yeah, I was going to say we may as well. There's no need to not.
That'll be another
Just
7.
do as much as we can. I like it.
So we're going to put 20 progress out. But first, let's do this Doom 2. You're getting up there.
Oh, this is great. Nothing compared to a Bond of Friendship Rohan deck.
Okay, so after we exhaust the ring, that's not a big deal. 4, take extra damage.
It's kind of a cool card, art-wise.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I like the Wraith a little more human-looking than... Yeah, it's cool. So 13 plus 7 is 20 progress, 14 on the main quest. And we get rid of Pathless Country before it hurts Frodo. We don't want to go to the Fort of Bruinen yet.
No, we want to destroy this Witch King of Angmar. So I'll defend here. I really should just put his defense boost out there. Flip it, nothing.
Good.
Even so, 2 damage. And then what happened to it? Where's the Buckland Sheriff?
Oh yeah. So when he's did I screw up? He got added to the stationary last time, so I had to hard cast him, which means I used good meal. Yeah, that works out. We already added him to the stationary. I thought we were going to add him to the stationary. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I keep thinking it's his ability will
Trigger when engaged.
Upon my engagement. Yeah, exactly.
Still legal. Okay.
Okay, so that defeats him. So then 2 resources from my swords.
But he goes into the discard, not the victor display.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did that on purpose or if that's just an oversight. So then I'll pay 1 resource to keep Williador.
Now, should we exhaust the ring, or...
Isn't it at the end of the planning phase?
Okay, yeah. So we take 1 life off him now. Into the round.
What's the top attachment in your discard pile?
Good meal. I love it.
Okay, well, you're in luck because I drew my singular copy of Second Breakfast. And then the top attachment in my own discard pile is this Hauberk of Mail I discarded turn 1 to my Darren's Runes. Then I'm going to put this on Gimli, who's I think the only one that can take it. And then
Aragorn can.
Choosing between healing and Gleowine.
I want Gleowine, but...
Yeah, but Brain's at 2 damage. If we get unlucky,
yeah,
and I have to tank for a while. So
I'm going to look at the top card of the counter deck, because that's hopefully all we should see. Bummer. It's a surge.
Okay. Are you going to be able to do a Gildor's Council this turn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we need to basically get to a position where we can travel to the ford this turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. And then am I going to have to defend for you?
No.
I won't ask any questions about that. I'll just assume that it works.
Unless all our characters get blanked, then we'll be in trouble.
Okay. Okay. Ready to quest?
No, I ain't gonna play him.
Okay.
Second Breakfast is going out. Gaffer Gamgee is going out.
So you know what? I'm going to plan Mary this turn as well.
That'd be great. Get some extra willpower. Is that yours or everybody's?
It's my allies. Each my unique allies.
That's pretty limited. All right, and then after planning, we have to decide to exhaust the ring or not.
We should just exhaust the ring as opposed to life, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think there's a... I forget what that Fell Rider does. But it can't be that bad, right?
The Fell Rider's not triggered by the ring. That's in the previous quest we played.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm going to quest with Aragorn, card a resource to ready him back up. I'll quest with Furial. I'll quest with Mary. And then that'll be it for now. Unless you think we can do enough to put 16 progress down.
Oh, I think we can. Right now we're making 22.
I guess we got a quest next turn anyway. Yeah,
we have to quest next turn, yeah. So I will discard the Book of Isildur, Scroll of Isildur, to pull out Gildor's Council. But before I do that, I'll discard Good Meal and pay 1 for Gildor's Council. Put Gildor's Council on the bottom of my deck. We're only going to reveal 1 card. Pale Blade does nothing. So this is an unknown card. Great East Road is a 1 threat location.
Oh, that's kind of a problem for your gaffer.
Nope, still good.
Okay.
I think. So now...
Oh, you've got ring wraiths. I was thinking that you had to take one of the 30 cost guys, which was going to be a problem.
The ring wraiths are 35, which are 38 right now. So we need to go to the Fort of Bruinen. We each search for a bad guy.
Okay.
I'll take a ring wraith. It's going to draw me a card. I'm at 32. He's at 38, 33. So I'm just barely there. There's no more enemies in the encounter deck. Would you like a ring wraith or a fell rider?
I think they're the same, right? So why don't you give me...
Ring wraith, he gets extra a shadow card if the ring is exhausted. So.
Okay, so give me the other guy. And then do you get to draw a card for engaging this ring wraith?
I did. It was another shadow of the past. That was wasted space.
Well, it was worth a shot.
So I'm going to Gaffer.
And then he gets his second shadow card, though, right?
That's right. Can't do anything with it, though. Did you... I didn't resolve the quest. Looks like.
No, we didn't.
So excited. We got 22 progress.
I love it.
So that's enough. We have the 30. So
there is that treachery that takes it all off the quest, so we need to...
But we saw both of those early.
Okay.
Well, hopefully it's both. I doubt there's 3 of a copy of the Nightmare card in. So Gaffer says, "Get off my tater lawn," or whatever, and he's not going to attack.
All right, I'll defend this one with Orphan Brand.
Cancel.
The next player makes an immediate attack. I'll cancel that.
Thank you.
And this is why you save your dollars for healing. He needs 10, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 2 resources on Aragorn.
So in normal mode we'd have won by now because we have 30 on here, but we have to have... what does it say? Yeah. What's the Nightmare card say?
The cannot win while forward is in the victory display.
Right. Well, it is in play.
I'll pay from Aragorn to keep the eagle in play, and then we will shift in. All right. I'll pass Frodo to you. I'll take 1 life off of him. 5 life remaining.
That's incredibly good, actually.
And then I'm going to put another threat here on the Great East Road.
Oh, I finally got out of the wild. All right. I got another scroll, but I don't think I have any Gildor's Council in my discard. I don't. So I think
we're going to have to take 2 encounter cards here.
My best option might be playing the scroll to play a Mithrandir's Advice.
Well, you have a Darren's Runes here.
Yeah, might as well start with that. Oh, there we go. Oh. Got it.
That's great, because we've got that and a Bounder. I feel very safe.
I have 5 resources. I guess I should just devote that to the Bounder. And Gildor's Council.
That's what I think as well.
Let me peek at the top with Henemarth. Okay. All right, we've shut it down. We're going to win.
Yeah, because you just Bounder that, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is good news. This is good news. I'm going to play Gleowine. I'm going to draw myself a card, because I'm greedy. Darren's Runes, I'll play to draw 2 cards. I've got Calabrian Stone, but who cares? Already got it restricted. I'll use healing for score, because score matters. And then we're into the next phase. And so we need to quest for 6.
Played Gilder's Council. I'm questing for 18. And you're questing for 23.
And then I've got Faramir ready to go to add.
Nice. Bounder cancels this. There's no penalty for that right now. So we add nothing to the staging area. We're going to dump 40 plus whatever Faramir wants to do.
Add 7.
47, so we have 77. Oops, I did the wrong way. And it's kind of annoying to have a Nazgul still in play, but in spite of my deck not working that well, we did it.
I didn't think we were going to do it.
Neither did I. That first turn was scary, but that second turn was great. I think the Far-Sighted was almost just as helpful as the Gilder's Council in this game. Just being able to plan precisely.
Yeah, that definitely helped out. The very good tail into Gandalf was a little bit of a waste, but honestly, it gave us the 4 damage we needed to.
Yeah, so you'd have to defend those 2 enemies twice. And we used Mr. Underhill early in the game, effectively. Instead of saving it until we didn't need it. Good work. And to end with 5 life left in Nightmare mode is impressive.
Although we only got those 2 treacheries early. I mean, the other life-punishing thing is jump blocking, which we didn't have to do because Erkenbrand with his Hobart early was nice. And then I don't have that much healing in this deck, which is probably an oversight, but getting Yorith early was nice. And then Williador at the right time for that extra attack. So really, we got what we needed when we needed it and squeaked it out.
How many resources were you getting a turn? You were spending 1 a turn for Williador, but those 2 swords plus Steward, you get like
plus
7
my Steward,
resources.
so 4 additional. Yeah. And then I rarely needed to use his readying effect.
Right, because our willpower, I was afraid of our willpower not being sufficient too, but I forget so many of the cards in this quest are treacheries.
Yeah, so, kind of like we were saying in our preview, if you can endure the early game, this is not the most difficult quest. Nightmare does make it harder, but it's still not.
I feel the hardest part of this quest is the randomness of it. In the quest phase, that's only in the other version. Or all your characters are blank, or another attack from a shadow effect. Those things are hard to plan for, but we have answers for all that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, anytime there's a treachery in basic mode that comes out in nightmare mode, it's unfair. Like Sleeping Sentry being the one classic example. And then I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a guy holding a horse in front of a burning building. And it just makes you end the quest phase without resolving the quest.
Yeah.
Oh. Although I remember one time when I was playing with my sons, we revealed that card exactly. We were under questing and just kind of going to take a threat ramp to deal with some enemies, and it just canceled the quest phase. And
that'd be kind of entertaining with these decks. We could quest for nothing and then in the quest phase and then take out some enemies.
Yeah.
Although my deck still, I have 4, 5, 6. I have 10 attack total with all my characters still.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't need to. because
Nope.
I'm killing everything.
So
But
far, I
it's not
haven't
even a
killed an
hyper
enemy
combat deck.
this campaign.
I think that Nazgul in front of you is the first enemy that's engaged you this whole campaign.
Might be true, yeah.
So up next is Ringo South, which is one of my favorite quests. There are some really fun nightmare cards in there, like the Hunting Hawks, and just a little bit more focus on that location stuff. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with to defeat it.
And I have to decide if I'm going to stick with this control or do something else. This control isn't going to be... It's kind of good for almost everything. I
I
can't
was
take that
just,
much damage, but as long as we control the quest and minimize the cards coming out, it's almost good for everything. I might continue to use it for a while. It's not going to be good for breaking into the Fellowship, I guess. It'll be bad for that.
and then the Balrog is gonna chew through you pretty quick.
We have
So
to deal with the Balrog, don't we? In
we
Nightmare?
do,
Yeah.
we do. We have to defeat it, but
Uh,
that's a problem for another day.
Today we
We
win.
celebrate defeating Flight to the Ford.
Handily
Nightmare
with
mode.
5 life left.
All right. Well, thanks for the game. Thanks
Thank you.
for all of those tuning in to watch. It means a lot. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Let us know in the comments what you want to see deck-wise going forward.
And we'll see you in Rivendell.
I shall be there.
Bye-bye.